You love your kids. You'd do anything to raise them right. But what if the very things you do to teach a lesson are quietly breaking trust instead? Spanking, threats, even guilt trips, they seem to work in the moment, but are they building the kind of person you want your child to become? In this video, we're going to uncover 5 common parenting mistakes that backfire, often leading to the exact opposite of what you want: respect, cooperation, and genuine emotional safety. Make sure you stick around until the end, because I'm going to share some simple, science-backed ways to correct behavior without breaking that precious connection with your child. Name. And on this channel, we unpack the psychology behind our everyday choices, from relationships to parentings, so you can understand yourself and your family just a little bit better. Let's start with an honest conversation. Most parents don't spank out of anger. They often spank out of sheer desperation. We tell ourselves things like, "I turned out fine," or "kids just need to learn there are consequences," and for a moment, it seems effective. The child stops what they're doing, they listen and they obey, but here is the hidden catch. Obedience that is based on fear, dose and T actually teach a child why something is wrong. It only teaches them how to avoid getting punished. Decades of research, including major studies from the American Psychological Association, show a clear pattern. Spanking consistently increases aggression and anxiety in children over the long term, while simultaneously decreasing their trust in their parents. Think about it this way. It's like training for compliance instead of building a conscience. You get a short-term wing control in that frustrating moment, but you risk paying for it with the long-term connection you have with your child. And this isn't just about spanking, yelling, shaming, or relying on constant punishment. All create the same destructive loop. You end up with a child who behaves out of fear, not out of a genuine understanding of right and wrong. Now, let me be crystal clear. Discipline is not the enemy. Children absolutely need structure. They thrive on clear, consistent boundaries. The real challenge for us as parents isn't choosing between being strict or being soft. The challenge is learning how to correct our children's behavior without disconnecting from them emotionally. It's about being their guide, not just their judge. So, let's break down 5 of the most common parenting mistakes that backfire and, more importantly, what to do instead. First up is spanking, or using physical force to teach respect. The irony here is that respect can't be forced. It has to be modeled. Instead of spanking, try using calm but firm consequences that are directly related to the behavior. For example, if a toy is thrown, you can say, "You threw the toy." So we're putting the toy away for now. This teaches a natural outcome without instilling fear. The second mistake is yelling to get their attention. It's counterintuitive, but kids are far more likely to tune in to a calm, authoritative voice than a shouting match. The next time you feel your voice rising, try the opposite. Lower your voice almost to a whisper. You might be surprised at how quickly they lean in to listen. You are raising their attention by lowering your voice. The third common pitfall is using guilt trips, the classic, "You made mummy so sad." This tactic teaches kids that they are responsible for managing adult emotions, which is a heavy burden. Instead, focus on separating the behavior from the child's identity. Say something like, "That choice hurt your sister's feelings," rather than "You're a bad boy for hitting." This helps them see their actions have consequences without making them feel like they are fundamentally flawed. Mistake number 4 is over-controlling every single decision. When we dictate everything from what they wear to how they play, we rob them of the chance to develop autonomy. A simple but powerful alternative is offering limited, acceptable choices. For instance, do you want to brush your teeth before we read a story or after? This gives them a sense of control and makes them a willing participant, which dramatically increases cooperation. And finally, the fifth mistake is punishing their feelings. When a child has a meltdown, cries or yells in frustration, our first instinct is often to shut it down. We say, "Stop crying," or "Don't be angry." But feelings aren't bad. They're just signals. Instead, validate the emotion while setting a firm limit on the behavior. You could say, "I see you're really mad right now, and it's okay to feel mad. It's not okay to hit your brother." This teaches emotional regulation, a skill they'll use for the rest of their lives. Parenting isn't about being perfect. None of us are. It's about being aware and making conscious choices. When our kids feel emotionally safe with us, they listen not because they're afraid of what will happen if they don't, but because they trust us to guide them. They listen out of connection, not out of fear. So, I want to leave you with a question to think about. Which of these 5 mistakes do you think is the hardest for parents to unlearn, and why? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective. Thanks so much for watching and for choosing to grow alongside your kids. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content that helps you build stronger family connections.